Hi everybody, it's Don, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, as you can see, I finally made it home. And it feels really good to be home. Not out of the woods yet. Still got some stuff to do for another week here to find out whether or not I can go on the group cruise, but at least I made it home. But boy, the one thing I've been dying to weigh in on is the new Carnival Rewards program. So Carnival last week announced a change to their upcoming loyalty program, rewards program, whatever they want to call it now. And let's just say the response to people out there was not very well received. With quotes like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Carnival no longer cares about their passengers. This is no longer a loyalty program. You don't care about the loyalty of your fans. You only care about how much money they're going to bring you every single day. And quotes like that. John Heald was inundated on his Facebook page with complaints. There are petitions being drawn up against the new program out there that people are signing. It has been, let's just say, not well received at all by the average Carnival loyal passenger. Now, what is a loyalty program originally? It's their VFIP, their very important fun person, VIFP. And you accumulate that every single time you go on to a Carnival cruise. From the very first day you get on, say when you're 15, and to the time you're 75. All those cruises in between, all accumulated and counted. And you would get things, if you reach the highest tier, which is 200 plus days or cruises, you would reach things like priority boarding, priority line at the guest services. You'd get a logoed brand item on a 5-day or more cruise. You would get a complimentary drink. You would get a free bottle of water. You would get a pin on every cruise. Little things like that over all the grand scheme of things aren't that, like, I don't choose a cruise because I'm going to get a pin. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get a cruise because they might give me a scarf with a Carnival logo on it. I choose a cruise based on the ship I want to go on and the itinerary I want to go on. That's how I choose it. And I have loyalty status with most cruise lines. So, yeah, the loyalty perks for myself really aren't a big deal. But they are for people who tend to only go and have been loyal for years and years and sometimes decades to the same cruise line. We sail on you so we get those special perks. We want to feel a little special because we've been with you for so long. Now, the new rewards program, let's just say it doesn't necessarily reward long-term. Like, if you sailed at 20 and you sail again at 40, well, if you only sailed one cruise every 5 years during that time, your status at your 40th cruise will be the same as when you sailed at 20. It won't go up because every 2 years it reapplies. So you only build up your status over the 2 years that it's running. And it's based on how much money you spend. It's not based on, so picture this, all of you people who get those casino offers that you get all these cheap cruises at, basically you're gonna have zero status, pretty much. Unless you're sailing every 2 weeks. Because if you're only spending $400 or $500 for a cabin, you're not going to build up very many points over 2 years. Let's put it that way. Now, the benefits of this new rewards program is that they're saying that you're going to be able to just use those points on pretty much everyday things. So hey, you want to go to a specialty restaurant? If you got enough points, you can just spend the points. If you want to book a shore excursion and you just want to use your points, you can. Okay, and even possibly use your points against another cruise. Much like the airlines do, like myself with Air Canada. I can build up enough points when I fly, all the different places I fly, that at some point I can get a free flight to a destination and just use points, not have to spend money. So that could be a benefit to a lot of people. But remember, in order to get to that level, you have to spend a ton of money. A ton of money. For instance, the only reason I can get some of those points with my air miles with Air Canada, because I fly so often, and I fly to various parts of the world, not just around North America, I build up my points faster. And I'm super elite with Air Canada. I'm not the low tier super elite, I'm their highest level super elite member. And I have to still earn that yearly in order to keep my status. At least with Carnival, they're saying 2 years, but to be honest, more people fly on a yearly basis than they take a cruise. So yeah, the response has not been good. People are in an uproar over this, as it's a complete change the way the industry works. Every cruise line out there has the normal, the longer you sail with us, the more status you earn, etc. And Carnival wants to change that. And I can understand the reasoning for changing that. How many times have I reported that, this particular sailing on a Carnival cruise ship will not be offering the perks to their high tier levels, or Royal Caribbean will no longer be offering the perks on this particular cruise. It's because so many people now have reached that status. There are more cruisers cruising now than ever before. And so you're getting some people reaching the new status. Meanwhile, you have all your older cruisers who still have the status. And that hasn't changed. But now, if you're a person who's only going to sail once every 2 years or so, unless you're staying in a presidential suite and sailing for a month, your status is going to be basically the lowest tier almost every single time. And if you're a loyal to a brand, and you've been loyal to that brand for decades, and now they're telling you this, and suddenly they're going to be like looking at you like this is your first cruise ever, that's not a loyalty program. It is a rewards program. And they say, well, it's not taking effect till next year, guys. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. John Hill came on. Hey, remember, this won't take effect till next year. We're taking your feedback in. Yeah, that's why they announced it a year in advance. Because they know and they knew that this was not going to be received well. And they were hoping that it would blow over in a few days. It's not yet. It's still out there. And people are furious. So we'll have to see if they make changes. They'll have to see if they decide to, maybe in the future they're going to come out and say, look, we're still going to have, your gold, your red, your gold, tier levels. And the more you cruise with us, you're still going to get some special perks, even if you haven't spent the money. But the way they've worded it so far is this is how it's going to work, but they haven't come out and told us what you can exactly buy, how much the points are going to be to buy, etc. So if they come out and say, oh yeah, you can buy a specialty dining room it only costs, 2,000 points. Well, if I get $1 per point for sailing, that means I have to spend $2,000 to get a specialty dining for one person? What? You know what I mean. We don't know the points. We don't know what they're doing. They haven't told us. They just brought this out so we would kind of take it in, get it out of our system, and then when they start announcing, oh, you can do this, this, and this, hoping it will change the loyal Carnival's passengers' mind. Well, it's not good, but it could have been worse mindset, as opposed to, hey, no, they're taking all this away, and now we're getting this stuff instead. Let's see what happens over the course of a year. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think of this loyalty thing? I really don't book my cruises based on loyalty status at all, so it won't affect me whatsoever. I'll go on various cruise lines, whatever itinerary suits me, more than, oh yeah, I get this perk if I go on that cruise ship. Never booked a cruise like that in my life. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.